You're about to say something, but you don't. You rehearse it in your head, edit it, soften it, because someone might disagree, someone might judge, so you stay quiet. Again you scroll, you compare, you measure your life against people who aren't even thinking about you. You pick an outfit, change it again. Not because you don't like it, but because you imagine what they might think. You post something, then keep checking, refreshing, waiting for permission to feel good about yourself. You tell yourself it's not a big deal. It's just being considerate, just being normal. But deep down, it's exhausting. You feel it in small moments when you don't speak up in meetings. When you laugh at jokes you don't find funny. When you shrink your opinions to fit the room, confusion sets in. Why do I care this much? Why does their approval feel like oxygen? Then frustration, because you know you're capable of more. You know you're holding back. You can feel the words, the ideas, the decisions stacking up inside you. And then comes the quiet regret at night when everything is silent. When you replay conversations in your head, thinking about what you should have said, what you should have done, who you could have been in that moment. It's not laziness. It's not weakness. It's the invisible weight of what will they think? A weight that follows you everywhere. At work with friends. Even when you're alone. You start to live like an actor. Performing a version of yourself that feels acceptable, safe, polished. And the villain doesn't look like fear. It looks like comfort. Comfort in staying agreeable. Comfort in blending in. Comfort in delaying the real you until the right time. Tomorrow, you'll be more honest. Tomorrow, you'll take the risks. Tomorrow, you'll stop caring so much. But tomorrow keeps moving. And you keep adapting, shrinking, waiting, not because you don't have courage, but because routine has trained you to prioritize approval over truth. And this routine feels harmless. No big failures, no big confrontations, just small compromises over and over. Until they become your personality. But here's the truth. The more you live for their opinions, the less you actually exist. You become a reflection, a mirror, a collection of reactions instead of a person with direction. And this is where everything changes. Because the moment you stop caring what people think isn't loud, it isn't rebellious, it's quiet. It's the moment you realize most people are too busy worrying about themselves to truly study you. It's the moment you understand that their opinions are temporary, but the life you avoid living becomes permanent. You see it clearly. Every time you censor yourself, you trade a piece of your identity for temporary approval. Every time you delay a decision, you tell your mind that other people's comfort matters more than your own growth. And slowly, without noticing, you teach yourself that your truth is negotiable. But discipline changes that, not the loud, aggressive kind. The quiet discipline of being honest when it's uncomfortable. The discipline of choosing respect over approval. The discipline of saying, "This is me," without needing applause. That discipline feels heavy at first, because you're not used to it. You're used to adjusting, explaining, softening yourself to fit the room. But something strange happens when you stop chasing opinions. You gain control. Your decisions become clearer. Your voice becomes steadier. Your time becomes your own. You don't waste hours replaying conversations. You don't shrink your dreams to look realistic to others. You don't ask for silent permission to be yourself. And that's real freedom. Not doing whatever you want, but being strong enough to live with people disagreeing with you, because self-respect grows in the space where approval used to live. You start walking differently, speaking differently, not louder, just more certain. You realize you were never afraid of people. You were afraid of losing their acceptance. But acceptance that requires you to hide was never real acceptance to begin with. So the question isn't will they judge me? They will. Some will misunderstand you. Some will project their fears onto you. Some will quietly hope you stay small so they don't feel left behind. The real question is, how much of your life are you willing to sacrifice just to avoid a moment of their disapproval? Because every time you choose their comfort over your truth, you delay becoming the person you already know you could be. And one day, you'll look back, not at the opinions people had about you, but at the chances you never took because you were busy managing those opinions. So now you're standing here. In another small moment, another decision, another sentence you're about to soften, another idea you're about to hide. And you can feel it again, that familiar hesitation, the pause, the internal edit, the choice between being liked or being real. So tell me, this time, which one are you going to choose?